What an incredible year we have had in the ministry of Ignition. God has opened up some major doors for this ministry, and we could not be more excited about where He's taking us into 2017. But right now, let's take a look back at 2016 and see everything that we did. We were able to open up for the one and only Tamala Mann at Bethune-Cookman University in that Performing Arts Center, and being on that stage and worshiping with that crowd was electric. It was just absolutely wonderful, and it was such a pleasure meeting them. We were also able to do a night of worship for the West of 50s Club at Calvary Christian Center, and what a night of worship we had there on Valentine's Day. Then we got to go to Household of Faith Ministries in Raleigh, North Carolina, and celebrate their second anniversary for their church anniversary. We took a charter bus of 50 people up there, and we had an incredible night of worship. We were also able to preach and teach and talk about worship with them, but just an awesome time and just awesome people. And if you want to go back, we are going back in 2017, so hit us up. Then we had our Mother's Day Night of Fire at Jacob's Well, and we also had a Night of Fire for Father's Day as well. Jacob's Well will always hold a dear place in our heart, as that was one of our favorite places to worship. It was awesome going to Orlando and being with people like Reva Timms at Majestic Life Ministries. They're awesome people there. And being in Daytona worshiping, we just thank everyone for allowing us to come. Then I got to go back to Relevant Church. This is a church that I grew so much in worship, and I thank Pastors Chris and Liz Sarno for allowing Ignition to come and lead worship at one of their services. A final farewell at the well. This was a sad time for us at Jacob's Well. It was our final night of fire there because the people there are just so passionate and so wonderful. Then we got to go to Orlando and worship with our friend Drew Baxter at his CD release, and he's just a great friend of ours. He's always been a great supporter, so it was only right and fitting that we go back and support him as well. We also had the opportunity to go to Atlanta, Georgia for a Set of Fire worship workshop and concert. This church was phenomenal as they invited us in and they allowed me to teach on worship, and I got to talk with their worship team about what worship is and the flow of worship. But it was also great because we got to go out in the city of Atlanta, and we went to the birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr. and to his burial site, and just had a great time as a team. And it was just really important to us that we were able to fellowship with each other. But man, the worship at that church and those young people was something we'll never forget. It was also great going to Melbourne. I was able to minister with my friend Elder John Davis. Thank you so much for having us. Another highlight, the Bahamas. Yep, that's right. We did a cruise to Nassau, Bahamas to go and minister and do a night of worship at Mount Nebo Union Baptist Church. Took my friend John Polk down there with his wife. It was just a great time, and we got to go out and enjoy the city. They gave us a tour. We went to the beach, but yeah, we did worship, and those people truly can worship in their style. Awesome time. Can't wait to go back to the Bahamas. Then we were able to open up for the one and only Kiara Sheard. That was in Palaca, Florida, and this is one of 2 times we got to open up for her that year. Then we were blessed to be nominated as Best New Group and Worship Leader of the Year by Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, and we were able to perform there and minister to the people. But guess what? We actually won. That's right. I won something called Worship Leader of the Year. Not sure how I won that, and they won Best New Group, and they so deserved it. We went to 3-in-1 Cafe in Orlando, and that place was awesome. We got to get one of those in Daytona. We had a blast there. Being back at Trinity Assembly for their night of worship is always one of my favorite places to go. The people there are just so genuine, and their hearts for worship are just so passionate for it. I love being there. Love you, Pastor Josh. Hey, Bobby Vickery. Love being at Tuned In Conference in Daytona as well. Then we got to open up for Kiara Sheard one more time, BCU's Homecoming. And man, did we have a good time. The students were really into it. Got to meet Kiara Sheard and J. Drew Sheard, and they're just awesome people. Can't wait to do that again. I hope we can come back. Bethune-Cookman University, keep us on your roster, please. Then we closed out our year with our 3rd annual Community Night of Fire. And what a time that was. We invited 8 worship leaders from around the Central Florida area to come together and not do performances, but just one huge night of worship as we all came together and just worship God. It was great having Daytona Beach coming out there, and we worshiped hard. But that about summarizes our entire year. It was just awesome. Right now, we are actually up for Song of the Year for Best Music Production and Alternative Christian Song of the Year for our song, You Are. You can vote for that right now. But if you would like to experience the ministry of Ignition and the DMB Project, you can go to dmbproject.net right now and book us or write to us. Let us know what you're looking for. We would just like to come and be a blessing to you. So we look forward to hearing from you. And 2017, look out, because the DMB Project is here to stay.